I want this video to reach as many small influencers as it can because I think it can inspire you to strive for more and make a better income. Hey guys, you're watching Alexa, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the kinds of sponsorships I've done in the past, how you can make money being an influencer. I hate that word. More like content creator, I'd like to say. What kinds of sponsorships I've done, how much money I've made, kind of ballpark figures of earnings for different years, how you can also make money without sponsorships as well. I got the inspiration to do this video because I watched Why Influencers Are Broke: The Truth by Brenny Lee, based in the UK, and she actually did this incredible video where she was breaking down the fact that many smaller influencers don't know their earning power and don't understand their worth. I'm a much smaller influencer and I have managed to make a decent amount of money from doing this. I am going to warn you that this is not going to be a very visual video, so you'll want to grab a cup of tea and maybe do something else while you listen to this. Alright, so let's talk about AdSense. I've gotten a lot of questions from friends or people who are curious about YouTube, and they're like, how much money do you earn from YouTube? And the majority of my earnings are actually not from YouTube at all. They are from sponsorships, affiliate links, and referral codes, and I will touch base on that afterwards. But the most I've ever received on an AdSense check has been $500, and that was back in either 2011 or 2012 in December. December is the highest earning month on YouTube, at least for me, and I think for a lot of other creators as well. Otherwise, I was earning anywhere between $200 and $300 a month on AdSense. Now it's a lot more like $70 because my views have definitely gone down. And also because YouTube has refined the way that they put ads on videos. So a lot has changed since back in the day when you could earn a substantial AdSense check. That's not to say that bigger influencers don't make maybe $1,000 or $2,000 simply in AdSense. You're already getting so many other brand deals if you're that big that you know, like $2,000 is pocket change for them. Obviously, it goes without saying, the more niche your channel is and the more views you have, the better chance you have at asking for more money. I'm just trying to give you an example as to why it is really important to niche yourself. Let's say you're about to do a sponsorship for a flat iron company, or a flat iron tool. One creator has 50,000 followers, does a little bit of everything, does hair, beauty, project pans, like pretty much everything that I do, kind of like multifaceted, versus the one that has 50,000 followers who does solely hair content. The one who only does hair content can charge more because her audience is more niche. Everyone is coming to her specifically for hair tutorials, but that lifestyle blogger, people are not necessarily going to watch her video just for the hair stuff. Alright, so the way you make the most money possible on YouTube is brand deals, having affiliate links, and commission discount codes. Now, discount codes are not synonymous with commission. Sometimes a brand will offer you a discount code and not offer you any percentage of the earnings for that discount code. My tip for you whenever you start receiving emails from brands or PR agencies is to always ask about what's the budget for the campaign. Something that I've learned from experience is that when a brand approaches you directly, typically they haven't budgeted to pay you anything. That's just been my experience in general. They usually approach you and then they tell you, oh, we're a small upcoming business, or oh, they might not even be a small business, and they will still have the audacity to tell you that they don't have a budget for social media marketing. Don't fall for that crap. That is BS. If they can afford to pay someone to email you, they can afford to give you $200-300 for a sponsored post. Like, it's honestly not that much money for the company, and if it is, then they shouldn't be contacting you in the first place. If you find this video helpful, please share it on social media. And if you know any influencers, why don't you DM this video to them if you think it'll help them out to make more money this year or next year. When a PR agency approaches you to do a brand deal, those are the sponsorships you want to do. Obviously, the PR company is earning a cut, and then you're earning also another cut. which means that that brand is serious about online marketing. And those are the ones that you want to work with. Another insider tip I have for you is to know the difference between a company that is sending you a product just to try out, like just a PR sample where there's no strings attached, versus the company that says, we're going to send you this in exchange for a video. That exchange may seem lucrative at first when you want to just try out a new product. Free stuff is always awesome when you're just starting out, because a lot of times you don't have the money to go out and buy a whole bunch of new makeup or new equipment or new products to talk about in your video. However, when time goes on, you will come to realize as your channel expands and grows, you can't pay your bills with free clothes and free product. It's not going to happen. That brand is making money off you and you are not making anything in return. And it's a lack of respect. In my books, I see it as a lack of respect on behalf of the brand to approach an influencer and not at least offer up something. Now, you might say, oh, that means like the review's not going to be genuine, this, and that. I can't tell you how many times the most irrelevant brands have approached me to collaborate, whereas the ones that are reaching out to me to pay me to do something, they are offering to pay because they are like, oh, this chick aligns with our brand. Do you see the difference there? When people want things from you for free, they usually haven't even put in the research to see if you are even a creator that would benefit them to collaborate with. Like, they don't even know your audience. Whereas when I get a collaboration request from L'Oreal or Batiste, or all of which I've worked with before, all those companies know that my audience are the audience that they want to reach, and they're willing to pay for it. So listen, even if you are not trying to be a full-time influencer, you should still be charging for collaborations because it takes time and effort to create content. Videos take hours. You have to script them, film them. You have to have the equipment to film them. You need the time to film them. You need to do the market research and keyword SEO research. You need to know how to tag it properly, how to write up the description properly, how to promote it online. And you have followers. You have earned the trust of the people who are watching you. Even if it's 100 people, they subscribed to you for the content that you make. As Brenny Lee said in her video, business is an exchange, and the only sustainable exchange for content creation is payment. Okay, suppose you tell me, okay, but every time I ask to get paid and every time I send my media kit, you know, the company says, oh, we don't have a budget for it, or they just disappear, they basically ghost you and they don't want to sponsor you, or maybe you feel like you don't have enough followers to ask for money, then don't do any sponsorships. Like, what do you want me to say? It is a million times better that you do genuine content with the things you already have, or the PR samples that you already have, where you come up with creative ideas that do not suit the agenda of companies who are not willing to respect you as a creator. You're much better off creating content that you are inspired to create and that your viewers will enjoy. Freelancers have always had it a bit more difficult than people who work desk jobs, in the sense that you don't know when you are going to earn money, and it's very stressful. But when you don't charge, you are creating issues in the industry. Photographers have this issue too, where a lot of them get lowballed or are not being paid adequately for their work because people think, oh, well, all you do is pick up a camera and shoot. No, that is a skill set. Heck, I'm not a photographer, and even I know that photography is something worth investing in when you want professional quality photos. That person spent a long time learning about aperture and what settings to use on the camera and what lighting works best and what angles and this and that, and they deserve to get paid.
Whoa. One of the things I forgot to mention is the problem with not charging enough or just doing things for free and not knowing your worth is that people who do know their worth are going to have a hard time charging companies when companies expect work for free. So it is damaging to the industry to accept to be lowballed.
Okay, let's say you want to earn money and you're not getting deals from PR agencies. You can join affiliate programs. I have been a part of RewardStyle for a few years now, and no, I haven't earned heaps and heaps of money. However, I've earned about $1,500 from being an affiliate with them, and it has been predominantly through Sephora links, because obviously I would use products that were sold at Sephora, and I would always make sure to use affiliate links in my description box, and just that has earned me $1,500. Just, I could have not earned that money at all. There's also an Amazon affiliate program, and I'm sure there's a few other programs that you can try to join. I used to also be a Michael Todd True Organics affiliate before they took off the True Organics bit, and I earned a little bit of money from that, not very much. Let's talk about PR samples. The first time I ever got anything for free was when I requested a Kriya clip to make a video about how to cut your hair at home. I would have paid for it, but my mom was like, no, email them and see if they'll send it to you for free in exchange for a video. So I did that, and it is to date my most viewed video. I made it 8 years ago. It has 1.8 million views, and at one point they had an affiliate program, but I really didn't earn very much money off of that at all. But I was perfectly happy, because at the time I didn't really know how things worked, and the industry was just starting to roll in. I remember one of the first PR that I ever received that I was genuinely excited about, and that was like, I felt like, oh my god, I made it. Like, I received a PR package from Lancôme. That was insane. Up till then, I had only ever received things from online boutiques, which I collaborated with for years and for free, which, I mean, at the time, it was what you did. Sedona Lace, Luxbox, Jewel Mint, Lulus.com, and Raw Mui, if you can remember that store. And I did one sponsored video with Jewel Mint that I either found on Grapevine or FameBit. I can't remember. For sure, I didn't earn more than $200 for that video. My first big sponsorship was in December 2014. A PR company approached me to do a video for $1,000. I was like, holy shit, I did not know you can make that amount of money for a video, or at least I didn't know I could. And at the time, just to give you an idea of where I was at, I had 43,000 subscribers, and I was getting about 140,000 views a month. And remember what I said, December is the busiest time of year. That was probably the most amount of views I had per month in that year. I did a few sponsored videos through Grapevine and FameBit and earned anywhere between $200 and $600 per video. Unfortunately, I don't find a lot of campaigns there, and the campaigns tend to be lower paying. The company takes a percentage of your earnings. They also give you a ballpark figure of what you should be aiming to charge according to your follower count. Beginning of 2014 up until the end of 2016, I realized that if I wanted to make a sustainable living off doing YouTube videos, I should do 1 to 2 sponsored videos at around $1,000 to $1,500 each. That was kind of my going rate at the time. Sometimes I would do videos for a bit less, and sometimes I did sponsorships for more money than that. Unfortunately, some months were really dead. Like May is a very dead month. Anytime you're between peak seasons, it's a very dead time on YouTube, so the contracts don't always roll in like that. I had to reject contracts based off of lack of time, or because I didn't want to have too much sponsored content back to back. Maybe the ask was something that I wasn't comfortable with, because sometimes they will ask you to say certain things that don't really align with you, and you have to be very strategic in what sponsorships you accept. But at the end of the day, I tried to take as many as I could, because I didn't know when the contracts were going to stop. Like when you freelance, you're always afraid that at some point you're not going to have money. So for 3 years, YouTube became my main source of revenue. One year I made about $12,000, another year I made $19,000, and another year I made a grand total of maybe $32,000 or $33,000 just in YouTube stuff. To some people, $19,000, $12,000, $32,000 may sound like a lot, or maybe not a lot of money. It's kind of not, but it's kind of a lot for an influencer of maybe my size, I think personally. Keep in mind that I've never really lived an extravagant lifestyle. I still live at home. I was going to university while I was doing this, and I was doing side hustles to make ends meet. I worked as an administrative assistant. I also worked in clothing stores. I was going to university full time. I also worked at a bar doing coat check in the wintertime. I did things to make ends meet. I don't drive, I don't have a car, I live in a very central area. I did my bachelor's degree in communications and cultural studies. Social media marketing has always just been a fascination of mine. Like, I'm very heavily interested in it. And although I haven't been on the ball for all of these years, because there definitely was a point in time where I needed to remove myself from social media and YouTube because it was just so draining. I kind of feel like a dietitian, but for social media marketing, in the sense that I know what you're supposed to do to be successful. It's a lot easier said than done. So I know this video is a little bit all over the place, but if there is one thing I have to tell you based off of all of the things I've learned from being on YouTube for 9 years, is that you should not, at this point in 2019, and definitely not in 2020, do not sell yourself short. Don't do things for free. If you receive a bunch of PR samples and you decide to just sprinkle them into your videos, that's one thing. But if someone's asking you for a brand dedicated video or a product dedicated video or even a shout out, that costs money. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely give it a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and share it to anyone you know who does YouTube. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.